There's no doubt that Bach is one of the greatest composers of all times. Some of that has to do with just surely the amount of music creativity that he had. Some of it has to do with the amount of music he wrote. Overall, though, we like him because his music is enjoyable. And that's really what it comes down to. Now, one thing I want to talk about real briefly is the value of listening to classical music multiple times. Popular radio stations do it where they'll play the same song over and over and over again, like 5, 6 times a day, and you hear it so much that we get sick of it, right? Well, classical music is a little bit different. Okay, first of all, it's just more complex. So there's always something new to hear in it. And there's always something new that you can bring out of it. Second of all, because it's recorded by multiple different people or orchestras, the orchestra or the soloist or the musicians will have a different approach to it, and so you can get an idea of how they understand it differently. And whereas popular music, we don't really get that. So today I want to highlight another one of Bach's greatest pieces, and this is also one of the most recognizable pieces of classical music in the world. It's Concerto for Two Violins in D minor. A concerto is a work written for a soloist and orchestra. In this case, two soloists. The piece starts with just the orchestra, but pretty soon you'll be able to hear when the orchestra cuts out or drops back, and you can really hear those solo violins coming through. There are a couple important elements to listen for in this one and to understand what's going on. The title of it, Concerto for Two Violins in D minor, doesn't tell us a lot, but what's this D minor thing? So the D is the note that the scale starts on, that he kind of focuses or centers around on this piece. And then minor refers to what we call the mode in music. It's how we set the mood for the music. In minor modes are usually, would think of them as serious or scary or maybe angry. It depends on how they write the music too. This one I think is more serious of a minor mode, but interestingly enough, notice that when he gets to the end, he finishes off in a major mode, okay, on a major chord there. Finally, listen for how the melody kind of weaves itself in between all the other parts. This is something that Bach did that nobody else has done